Giuliani won't stop. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I think I'm the first guy that a presidential campaign was stupid enough to say, let's silence him.
And President Trump's personal attorney just told Fox Business Network's Maria Bartiromo he's proud of it after Joe Biden's campaign urged TV networks to stop booking Giuliani on their shows over his claims of Biden wrongdoing in Ukraine, which the president asked Ukraine's leader to investigate in that now infamous phone call.
Will you testify when you're subpoenaed? He says a subpoena is coming, by the way.
I can't answer that question right now. That's a very, very difficult question for a lawyer.
Now, she was referring to Adam Schiff, who's leading the House investigation. President Trump tweeted last night he wants to meet his accusers, the whistleblower, and whoever gave that person the information the president wrote was largely inaccurate. Now, Democrats insist the president was trying to get Ukraine's help in the 2020 election. Fox's Rachel Sutherland live in Washington.
Dave, even though lawmakers are on recess, Democrats are moving forward with the impeachment inquiry. House Intelligence Committee Chair Democrat Adam Schiff told ABC's This Week the panel's reached an agreement with the whistleblower's lawyers to have him or her testify to get the unvarnished truth.
Come in without a minder from the Justice Department or from the White House to tell the whistleblower what they can and cannot say.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told CBS 60 Minutes the president left Democrats no choice but to start the inquiry as she called on the White House to speak the truth. Dave.
Rachel, the search continues in North Carolina for the last of four men who escaped early yesterday from a jail in Ohio. The other three were captured around 2 a.m. this morning. Galley County, Ohio Sheriff Matt Champlin says others may be in trouble, too.
Our detectives have established that the inmates had the assistance in escaping from at least one individual on the outside.
It is winter in September in the Rockies, and people have a lot to shovel in parts of Montana. More than 3 feet of snow, closing roads, knocking out power, prompting the governor to declare an emergency. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-597-0315. That's 800-597-0315. 800-597-0315 or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
A terrorist group the U.S. has been battling in Africa fought back today. Al-Shabaab launched 2 attacks, first hitting an airbase from which the U.S. has launched airstrikes against Al-Shabaab. The other was a suicide bombing that targeted Italian peacekeepers and ended up injuring Somali civilians instead. A denial from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman telling CBS 60 Minutes he did not order the murder of critic and Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi.
Absolutely not. This was a heinous crime. But I take full responsibility as a leader in Saudi Arabia, especially since it was committed by individuals working for the Saudi government.
Now, last year, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution condemning the Crown Prince as being responsible, and a UN report found credible evidence Mohammed bin Salman played a role in Khashoggi's death. In France, a funeral for a former president.
Draped in the French flag, Jacques Chirac's casket is carried into a church in Paris. Former President Bill Clinton and Russian President Vladimir Putin among those attending a memorial service. Over the weekend, thousands of people had filed past as Chirac lay in state. He died last week, aged 86. Chirac led France from 1995 to 2007 and was a prominent opponent of the 2003 invasion of Iraq, leading to tensions with the United States. In London, Simon Owen, Fox News.
And the price of gas may be ready to come back down after a 10-cent increase the past 2 weeks.
Most of that rise was because of the attacks on Saudi Arabia impacting oil prices.
But analyst Trilby Lundberg says as oil keeps going down, back to about $55 a barrel this morning, gas will too. Her nationwide survey has regular at $2.73 a gallon. AAA's average less than hers, $2.65. And on Wall Street, stock futures are rising before this week's trading. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Diane Ducey here on ESPN 93.5. Stevie J with Stevie J Travels will be checking in with us from around the world. We've got your news to get to, and it's brought to you by Family Dollar. Sign up for smart coupons at Family Dollar. FamilyDollar.com or on the Family Dollar app and save more. Family Dollar. They'll get you ready for Halloween. October starts tomorrow.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Manaselli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A jackknifed semi has been cleared from the southbound I-57 exit to westbound I-72. The jackknifed tractor trailer had been on the ramp Sunday afternoon, and the ramp stayed closed for a couple of hours while the truck was removed. Illinois officials have rolled out a statewide video campaign to promote help available to those struggling with substance abuse, including opioids. The victims posted online focus on the stories of people who have struggled with addiction and are getting treatment. The State Department of Human Services campaign also includes TV spots, social media ads, and billboards. The agency secretary, Grace Howe, says the goal is to reduce the stigma of addiction and help others. Officials also are pointing those who might need help to helplineil.org. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Manaselli.
Early at Family Dollar this week with buy one, get one 50% off all $5 variety candy bags. Buy even more with $5 off your $25 purchase when you use your Smart Coupon. Sign up for Smart Coupons at FamilyDollar.com or on the Family Dollar app and save more.
Illini fans, Jets Pizza knows hard work's the only way to get better. Better like their Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch. Get a large Jets specialty pizza of your choice, just $16.99. Code SPEC1. Jets. Better because it has to be.
At 7:07, I hope your morning's going well. We've got your forecast now here on ESPN 93.5, and it's brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist with 2 locations, one at Kerr and Cunningham in Urbana, the other one at the Crossing in Champaign. Visit blossombasket.com or call 367-ROSE. With some foggy spots in low-lying areas, partly cloudy conditions and warm today and tomorrow, high near 90, down to around 70 in the evening. Partly cloudy conditions with a chance of showers coming our way midweek Wednesday. Right now, the temperature is at 67 on ESPN 93.5. As I bring on our studio line, Stevie J. Are you there, Stevie?
Are you there, Diane?
Yes, I am.
Are you there?
I am.
Guten Morgen. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Guten Morgen. I'm in Heidelberg. Isn't that where your mother had a pen? Yes. The pen pal from Heidelberg. It's beautiful. You've been here, right?
I have.
You've been to Heidelberg?
I'm not going to talk much because I know there's a big delay.
And I think we're cutting in and out, are we not? Okay, so do we have Alan there?
Yes, we do.
Fine.
Just ask Alan, what the heck's going on with the United States while I'm gone? What the heck? You're in Texas, I'm in Heidelberg. Alan, what's happening? I leave the country, and it's a mob. I mean, this is unbelievable what's happening. Is this impeachment real?
It may be. I'm afraid to say it. It really is, but it's a farce, whatever it is. What is startling to me is who people elect. Can you imagine there's 3 or 4 freshman Congress people, Ilana Omar, AOC, Regina Tlaib, I think that's her name, elected, and they're running the whole Congress.
Well, I guess the question is, will it work? To me, this is unbelievable from the standpoint of what past presidents have done, how much they're out to get this president. And I think a great deal of the country sees this and says, this is ridiculous. Vote him out of office, but to impeach him based on what I've heard and what I've read is ridiculous based on past administrations. It's crazy. They're out to get him. This is a mob action. And you know what? If they do it, it's going to paralyze the country for 12 months. And I think it's a big mistake.
I agree with you completely. Also, what makes it even more interesting to me is that the Whistleblower Act that goes back to the 1980s, I believe, and it's a good act, was amended very recently to provide for hearsay evidence. Isn't that astounding? In other words, a whistleblower can act based on just rumors that he or she may have heard.
Well, God bless America. I trust it'll work out all right. Listen, Alan, I just wanted to say hi. I'm in Heidelberg, Germany. We'll call you back next Monday from the United States. Thank you, my friend. It's always a pleasure.
My father was born in Bremen.
Ha. That's terrific. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Diane, I'm here on the main street in Heidelberg, Germany. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. We went to the Heidelberg Castle and enjoyed the 100-year so the really good French guide that I have this little town. It's just like inside of a snowstorm. So much of Germany that we've seen, these beautiful, quaint buildings. It's terrific. Back in Champaign, I know the Fighting Illini had the week off. Bears beat the Vikings. The Saints win last night. We caught the score this morning, but we're 7 hours ahead of you, so it's 2 after 2 in the afternoon here in Germany. And of course, the Cardinals wrap up the Central in game 162. Unbelievable. Joe Madden out as a Cub manager. I think that's a mistake. I understand it because it's been bad, the finish of the last 2 years. Hard to fire a manager who's had the best record in baseball for the last 5 years. It's amazing. He'll be hired very quickly by somebody, guaranteed. So today, our offer, folks, are in the Prospect Bank. You have a chance to text in. What do you say, money or bank? They're going to text in later for $100 to open a checking account at Prospect Bank and take your dog in. They love dogs there at Prospect and Kirby in Champaign. Our new partner, Prospect Bank. So you'll text in. Tell me the word again, Diane.
Money. You were accurate with money.
Money. Okay. So text in money a bit later, but be listening. $100 is what we're giving out to a whole bunch of people because I want you to open a checking account at Prospect Bank. Again, take your dog. They love dogs. So you have a chance at 359-2255 to text in money. So we've had a great trip. We'll be home Thursday evening back to Champaign-Urbana. We're on a Viking river cruise with Viking on the riverboat and on the River Rhine, and seeing so many beautiful things. And it's very laid back. We've never done a river cruise. It's just really laid back, on and off. You're right in the middle of the city centers. It's delightful. And a lot of new friends. There's only 190 passengers on this riverboat. And so you get to know a whole lot of new people in addition to the 34 folks traveling with us here in Germany. So I'll sign off for now. I better catch my bus. If I miss the bus, I might get to stay in Heidelberg. But I wanted to at least chime in. And I was watching Big Ten football scores over the weekend, talked to a new friend from Columbus, Ohio. They're pretty pleased with how good the Buckeyes are this year, the way they beat Nebraska in Nebraska like 45-7 or something like that. Minnesota beat Purdue at Purdue, so that's our opponent this weekend against Minnesota. So I'm a little nervous whether we can beat them or not. Anyway, we'll talk more. I'll plan to call back again tomorrow, same time. And again, just wanted to check in, Diane. Really appreciate all your help filling in while I'm gone. But having a great time here in Germany.
Excellent. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands. Here's a great offer from Lands. For a limited time, we're offering instant rebates up to $1,000 or special long-term financing with approved credit on qualifying training systems. That's $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing. Call Lands for details or find us online at landsinc.com. And remember, it's hard to stop a train. Any season, anytime, you can count on Lands.
See Lands or visit train.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions.
Hey, Joe, you got that spreadsheet for me?
Yeah, 1 second, Larry. Let me pull it up. Where'd it go?
Hey, I'm going to need that spreadsheet ASAP, Joe.
Yeah, sure, Larry. Just 1 second. It's gone. Everything's gone. My emails, my spreadsheets, my fantasy football league.
this is Joe. Don't be like Joe. Give Area Wide Technologies in Champaign a call at 359-8041. They'll make sure your work setup is secure and running smoothly. Then you won't be in a situation like Joe.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to drivechampaign.com. Click on the type of vehicle you're interested in and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to drivechampaign.com.
The world is so beautiful. Sun, sky, stars, rainbows, and more. The colors of nature are the most amazing part of God's creation. Blossom Basket brings that creation into your home with bouquets of flowers. Flowers don't have to be for a special occasion. Just bring them into your home to brighten your day. Give Blossom Basket a call at 217-367-ROSE so God's creation can reside in your household.
Speaking of Blossom Basket floors, we have a deal during the Jeremy Warner Show around 10:30 as you text in 359-2255 the word Blossom. So many terrific giveaways and so many people signed up for our deals with our partners around the Champaign-Urbana area at GoStever.com. Today you'll be texting in the word Blossom after 10:30 to be one of the winners of a $50 Blossom Basket Florist gift certificate to Locations Village at the Crossing in Champaign, Curran, Cunningham, and Urbana. You'll need to use within 7 days and fill out a survey to tell us what you think. Blossom Basket Florist. Again, 359-2255 around 10:30 is when Jeremy Warner will talk about Blossom Basket's deal here on ESPN 93.5. Cardinals win in the last one. 9-0 was the final. Lots to talk about. Let's get your Redbird recap here on ESPN 93.5.
This Redbird Recap is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data, and you can save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Well, I would say that Mr. Flaherty said, okay, Cardinals, jump on my back. Here we go.
Jack Flaherty went 7 innings, allowed only 2 hits, 1 walk. He struck out 6. He did not allow a Cub base runner to reach second. That's how good he was. But he got some help for a change, Mike. He's been in some tight games most of the year. But 2 in the first, 2 in the second on a Fowler home run. Carpenter hit a 3-run homer and a 4-run third. Paul Goldschmidt finished off the scoring as he hit a home run, his 34th of the year. And the Cardinals beat the Chicago Cubs 9-0 to win the National League Central.
Central Division belongs to the Cardinals, and they'll take on the Atlanta Braves on Thursday.
This Redbird Recap is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data, and you can save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Did you know that with Spectrum Mobile, you could save big on your wireless bill? Get our Buy the Gig plan for just $14 a gig and pay for only the data you use. Unlimited talk and text included. Go ahead, grab your wireless bill and compare. Use a lot of data? We've got you covered. Ask about our unlimited data plan. Spectrum Mobile, the best network, the best devices, the best value. Get Spectrum Mobile today at SpectrumMobile.com. Visit SpectrumMobile.com for offer restrictions and details.
Well, how are you feeling about Joe Madden being released? I don't know. 359-2255 Cubs fans, if you want to chime in about this. Of course, we've always been in the playoffs for the past few years, and now we had that 9-game losing skid towards the end of the season. And of course, the Cardinals are in their first NL Central title since 2015, so some folks are bitter. So you can let me know about it. Chicago White Sox over Detroit in the final game of the regular season. That final was 5-3. Bears win big 16-6 over the Minnesota Vikings. Mitchell Trubisky out with a shoulder injury, but Chase Daniels did pretty darn well. Now we'll get your forecast on, and it's brought to you by Watts Copy System. If you need to upgrade in your office when it comes to your printer, wattscopy.com. High 90 today and tomorrow, down to around 70 in the evening. Might see some patchy fog in some low-lying areas. On Wednesday, we have a chance of showers, partly cloudy otherwise, high 84 expected. Provident Financial Group is bringing on our Fox Financial Minute. and it comes your way at 20 after. Provident Financial Group, LLC.com.
I'm Deirdre Bolton, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Forever 21 has filed for bankruptcy reorganization. It has 800 stores worldwide and plans to close 350 of them, 178 in the U.S. In the first half of this year, at least 20 retail chains filed for bankruptcy, among them Payless Shoe Source, Gymboree, and Charlotte Russe. Forever 21 was a popular location for discount teen fashion, but in recent years it expanded into large spaces just as shoppers were buying more online. The FDA is warning pet owners that some samples of Performance dog frozen raw pet food have tested positive for Salmonella and Listeria bacteria. You're warned not to feed your dog the product if it was purchased after July 22nd of this year. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola. Invested in you.
Sean Hannity. One of the greatest things about working at the Fox News Channel is whatever's in my heart, mind, and soul is going to come out. I have never, ever been told what to say, how to say it. I do debate. I get other people's opinions. Who do we cater to? Who are we trying to appeal to and reach? Forgotten men and women that deserve their shot at the American dream. On Fox News Channel, real news, real honest opinion.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. As independent financial advisors, we can help ensure you're following a strategy that makes sense, no matter what the market is doing. Take control of your financial life with a complimentary consultation. We will help create a plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign, or call 217-366-3456, or find us online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Addie's Bar and Grill blends traditional sports bar food like burgers and wings, two gourmet dishes like chicken farm pasta and pan-seared Asian salmon. But the burgers at Addie's are their specialty. Their signature Addie's burger has smoked cheddar topped with smoked brisket, bacon, and onion relish. And they douse it with bourbon barbecue sauce served on a crispy brioche bun. Why not start your meal with shareable apps such as mini chimneys made with ground beef, corn, peppers, onions, and black beans wrapped in a deep-fried tortilla. Wow, guys, I'm getting hungry. Can we wrap this up? Let's all head to Addie.
Geico presents Monster Counseling.
Dracula, tell me how you're feeling.
No one understands how lonely it is. No one will even let me into their house. I knock and I knock, but they ignore me.
Uh-huh. What else?
I look in the mirror and I don't even see myself anymore.
If you don't see yourself clearly, can you really expect others to?
I'm having a breakthrough.
It's not easy to be a vampire, but with Geico, it's super easy to switch and save hundreds on your car insurance.
Hey man, I normally don't outscore you in pickup. I'm not complaining, but I'm worried about you.
Hey, easy now, I'm trying. I don't quite have the burst on these fast brakes.
Oh, really? Well, I've had those issues before. I get healed up pretty quickly, though, at the Mettler Center. The physical therapy doctors treat you on an individual basis, and they really make sure you get back to 100%.
Wow, thanks. I'm glad they take care of you so you can get back to playing. Where's Mettler Center at?
It's on the corner of Windsor and Duncan in Champaign.
Okay, so how do I get started?
Well, you can get a free consult or start treatment immediately.
Awesome, I'm in.
When you're juggling multiple things just to get the job done, sometimes equipment on your work site sits idle, or will be used for something else, like your skid steer being used as a bird bath, or your excavator becoming a back scratcher. But idle equipment costs you and your work site time and money, which is why United Rentals is combining equipment, data, safety, and expertise to help your worksite perform better. To learn more, visit UnitedRentals.com.
Stevie J in Europe, Stevie J Travel for some of the updates. I saw some of the pictures on social media over the weekend. Looks like he's having a great time with around 35 people from East Central Illinois. And I've done that trip before, and it's wonderful going up and down the Rhine River and touring the wineries and things like that. While he's away, though, let's have some fun on a Monday with Jim Gaffigan's show coming October 17th to the State Farm Center. And last week, we began fall. Here's kind of a fall comedy bit from Jim Gaffigan here on ESPN 93.5.
Couple minutes. Jim Gaffigan, State Farm Center, October 17th.
Fall, people love fall. It's my favorite season. It's not a competition. My favorite season that I'm voting for in America's next top season is fall. People that love fall, they go crazy for the foliage. They're like, oh, the foliage! Let's drive by the foliage! It's so beautiful the way the leaves die. They're so pretty right before they fall to their death. We think it's beautiful. It's the leaves hospice. It also helps that the leaves can't talk. If they could talk, they'd be like, ah! Give me chlorophyll! Why are these people driving by and smiling at me? You monsters! We're rather insensitive to the leaves' tragedy. They die, they fall to the ground, we just rake them up. Kids, you want to jump on this pile of dead leaves? No? All right, I'll just light them on fire. The poor leaves, all they know is spring and summer. And then in October, they're like, where's everyone going? Early in November, you always see a couple leaves hanging on. They're like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it through winter. Me and my buddy Carl, right, Carl? Carl. The pine trees, they must resent the attention the leaves get. Stupid leaves. Everyone's driving by looking at the pretty leaves. I didn't bother to get to know them. After a couple months, they're dead. Come December, you'd be climbing a ladder, stick a star on my head.
It's just, good
That's
stuff.
A great bit to play since it was the first day of autumn yesterday.
Well, we knew that. That's why I picked that one.
Of course, Stevie.
Everything is planned perfectly. Anyway, October 17, Jim Gaffigan will be funny. It's just real life stuff, and it's no blue humor, which is fairly unique, I think, in the comedy world. And he has 5 kids, a wife and 5 kids.
He makes comments about that a lot, too.
Yeah, and he talks about McDonald's and all of that. So, I presume he's always got to write new material, because people hear
stuff that he can relate to, and you can relate to, and his wife and him are a team writing all these comedy bits.
All right.
Enjoy the day.
Diane Ducey, I'm Stevie J. Have a great day.
I managed to put that together before Stevie left, and he's in Europe now. He'll be back on Friday. We'll hear from Doug Coach and talk about the Bears, and what a win. 16-6, Bears fans are ecstatic today, and I'm sure that's something that'll come up around the water cooler. We've also had the Oakland Raiders beating the Colts 31-24, and Stevie J's Saints ended up beating the Cowboys 12-10. We're going to come back with more here on ESPN 93.5.
Well, Gary Eaton, I'm proud to award you a free roof for your home here in Champaign from Freedom Roofing and Kurt Kaiser. Congratulations. You deserve it, my friend.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Finally, somebody is giving back to you, and you're man enough to take it.
Well, I was actually trying to think of who else might need that worse than me.
That would be very typical. Thank you for who you are.
All righty. Well, thank you very much.
Retired Officer Gary Eaton, our winner of the free roof from Freedom Roofing.
Experience matters when making life-changing decisions. You want a lender who has seen almost every situation in the home lending, understands the area, and is involved in our community. Hi, I'm Joni Utnich, mortgage lender at Molitor Financial Group in Champaign. I love this community and enjoy being a part of it. I'm active in Champaign West Rotary, the scholarship program for YMCA, president of Executive Club, and a sustainer for Junior League. If you're thinking of buying a home, visit me, Joni Utnich, at Molitor Financial Group at the Village of the Crossing.
NMLS number 689931. Molitor Financial Group is an Illinois mortgage licensee.
For the past 16 years, Salt and Light has been a place where many have found help with basic needs, but also a place of refuge. The future of Salt and Light is now in danger. Visit us online at saltandlightministry.org to learn how you can partner in bringing help and hope to our community.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents Doug.
Limu, I love how we're always looking out for each other. Kind of like how Liberty Mutual looks out for you by customizing your home insurance. So you only pay for what you need.
Limu, why didn't you tell me about the uncovered manhole? I was literally just telling you.
believe me, I had no idea you could swim.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
The sounds of fresh meat grilling, the sounds of the marching Illini, and the sounds of Lovie Smith and his Fighting Illini taking the field at Memorial Stadium. Ensure you have the best tailgate and get your meat from the U of I Meat Sales Room. They have fresh meat weekly, sausage, bacon, and eggs too. It's local fresh meat from right here in Champaign-Urbana. The U of I Meat Sales Room, open Tuesdays and Thursdays 1 to 5:30 p.m. and Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Located off Florida on Maryland Avenue in Urbana. Have the best tailgate this season when you buy your meat from the U of I Meat Sales Room.
I'm Chris Foster. Advisors to Joe Biden's presidential campaign have asked news networks to stop booking President Trump's attorney Rudy Giuliani, accusing him of spreading false, debunked conspiracy theories accusing Biden of corruption in his dealings with the Ukrainian government. Giuliani tells Fox Business Network this morning,
"The reason they want me to be silenced is not because I'm unhinged. It's because I've got facts. And because he's guilty."
New York Democrat Hakeem Jeffries says about accusations that President Trump pressured Ukraine's president to investigate Biden in exchange for military aid.
"This is a matter of urgent national security concern, and that is why we're compelled to act."
Congressman Jeffries on Fox News Sunday. The Forever 21 clothing store chains filed for bankruptcy, announcing plans to close up to 178 of around 500 stores it has in the United States, also most locations in Asia and Europe. America's listening to Fox News.
Now we have your local news, and it's brought to you by Honda BMW of Champaign at the corner of Neal and Burwash in Savoy. A wide selection of new and used vehicles. I love their service, and they're an award-winning dealership. Stop by and check out why, or purchase online. DriveChampaign.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Police were called out to the 1200 block of Summit Ridge Road on Sunday afternoon on a report of a shooting. Police found a 23-year-old man who had been shot in the leg. Police say the victim was shot while walking along the road. Police said a black vehicle might have been involved in the shooting. No arrests were made. If you know anything or you have exterior surveillance camera systems, call police at 217-351-4545. Illinois officials have rolled out a statewide video campaign to promote help available to those struggling with substance abuse, including opioids. The victims posted online focus on the stories of people who have struggled with addiction and are getting treatment. The State Department of Human Services campaign also includes TV spots, social media ads, and billboards. The agency's secretary, Grace Howe, says the goal is to reduce the stigma of addiction and help others. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
At Honda BMW, they believe in letting you make the choice when you're ready. And now you don't even need to come into their award-winning dealership to buy your car if you don't want to. Just go to DriveChampaign.com. Click on the type of vehicle you're interested in and look to the right-hand side of the page. It says Express Purchase. That means you can buy a car on your computer right now, only at the award-winning Honda BMW Express Purchase. Go to DriveChampaign.com.
Let's get your forecast for this final day of September 30th, and it looks pretty good this morning. Some low-lying areas have some patchy fog, so keep the headlights on if necessary. We've got a high 89 expected, partly cloudy conditions, 69 our low tonight, up to 90 tomorrow with partly cloudy conditions down to around 71. Chance of showers late at 10%, then it bumps up to a 20% shot at showers on Wednesday, high 84, low 64. Our forecast, by the way, brought to you by Gerber Collision. When do you get it to Gerber? When you back into someone who's backing out. That's when you get it to Gerber. Locations throughout Central Illinois. You could call 877-GERBER or visit GerberCollision.com. We'll be talking with Michael Law on the latest with the Trump and impeachments and subpoenas. That's next on ESPN 93.5.
It's cutting into your exercise time. It's stabbing you in the back nine. And it's attacking your peace of mind. It's pain, and it's getting in between you and the life you want to live. CBD Medic targets your pain at its source. It's fast-acting relief with active OTC ingredients, plus the added benefits of THC-free hemp oil. Get back to your life with CBD Medic, available online and at CVS. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When you're buying a car, you know exactly what you need. But the perfect match should be more than you get.
it's also the personal banking experience that helps you get there. That's why Central Illinois' perfect match for auto loans is the U of I Community Credit Union. And right now, with some of the lowest auto loan rates in town, you can go ahead and say yes to all the upgrades. And you don't even have to be a member. So stop by the U of I Community Credit Union, Champaign-Urbana's #1 local auto lender, and apply. Visit us in person on 1st Street in Champaign or stop by 5 Points in Urbana. You can also apply from the comfort of your home online at uoficreditunion.org. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or you're trying to lower your current vehicle loan payment, the U of I Community Credit Union is here to help. We have auto loan rates as low as 2.49% APR for up to 75 months for a limited time. The U of I Community Credit Union is here for campus and community.
Plants capture CO2. What if we could help industrial plants capture it too? Think how we could help lower emissions. More and more scientists think carbon capture is key to reducing CO2 emissions globally. It's one way ExxonMobil is helping industrial plants be more like plants. That's the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil.
Hi, I'm Habib. Once again, I'm hosting the Live to Lead mega event at the iHotel on Friday, October 11th. John Maxwell and 4 speakers, Angela Ahrens, Marcus Buckingham, Chris Hogan, and Rachel Hollis. Buy your tickets at habibhabib.com. So bring your team. I guarantee you will be better equipped with new perspectives, practical tools, and key takeaways. Improving our minds is like working out. We can't go to the gym just once and expect to be in shape. It's a continuous process. Buy your tickets at habibhabib.com.
When you're juggling multiple things just to get the job done, sometimes equipment on your work site sits idle or will be used for something else, like your skid steer being used as a bird bath or your excavator becoming a back scratcher. But idle equipment costs you and your work site time and money, which is why United Rentals is combining equipment, data, safety, and expertise to help your work site perform better. To learn more, visit UnitedRentals.com.
ESPN 93.5, of course, we always give you your dose of political chat, and I welcome Michael Law to our studio line here at ESPN 93.5 near Boise, Idaho. How are you, Michael Law?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm Diane Ducey, Stevie J, a trip to Europe now. And when he checked in with us about a half an hour ago, he's like, what happened? I leave the country and America's falling apart. Let us know your perspective on how you think things are panning out.
Yeah, I think he is exactly right that it is falling apart. And here's the reason why. Joe Biden himself admitted on camera that he was threatening to withhold $1 billion going to Ukraine if the prosecutor that was investigating his son, Hunter, for whatever dealings they had going on with Ukraine, wasn't fired. And, of course, that eventually happened, but he did get fired, and, of course, the $1 billion did go to the Ukraine. And this is Joe Biden's own words that he threatened to withhold that. And because that's seemingly an abuse of power and seemingly a possible crime, the president is doing his job in investigating a possible crime, which is his job as president to faithfully execute the laws and his office as president of the United States. And because of that, simply because Joe Biden is running for president in 2020, the Democrats perceive that that is an abuse of power on President Trump's part by investigating his opponent as opposed to following the Constitution. So either way, President Trump is going to be in trouble whether he investigates or whether he doesn't investigate, because he's not. If he doesn't investigate, then he's not faithfully executing his office as required by the Constitution. And if he does, then he's abusing his power. So you can't really have it both ways, but either way, President Trump was going to be in trouble for and put up for impeachment. Now, one thing that it will not happen is that he will not be tried in the Senate and removed. He may be tried in the Senate, but it'll never happen that he'll be removed. So this impeachment is just for show. It's simply for political posturing for the 2020 elections.
Of course, we're hearing the word spying in this discussion, too. React to that, Michael Law.
I'm sorry, I missed that first part.
When it comes to spying, do we consider this and listening in on these conversations spying?
No, I wouldn't consider it spying, especially since we're talking about an investigation of a possible crime in the case of Joe Biden, in the case of the president with his communications with the president of Ukraine. I mean, he released the transcript, so there's nothing really going on there. But the problem here, and the Democrats are in charge of the House, is that they perceive that President Trump is specifically targeting Joe Biden, who's in the lead in the presidential campaign on the Democrat side for 2020, as an abuse of power, trying to destroy his political opponent. And that is the charges that they will be bringing up, I'm sure.
Well, I'm thinking Congress is on a break for a few weeks, but I know they're talking subpoena a lot this morning. What's your reaction to that?
They will probably subpoena and get people there, but there may be. I would not be surprised, depending on the individual, if there will be some Fifth Amendment taking, as well as it's an ongoing investigation, so they're not going to be able to comment on it. I mean, it's just going to be more of the same that we have seen with regards to the Mueller investigation and others. So it's just a political mess, really.
Well, it's great to get your take, Michael Law. Thanks for checking in with us from around Boise, Idaho area. How do we get in touch with you in case we'd like to interact with you through social media?
I'm on, you can go to my website, michaellawauthor.com. I'm also on Facebook. Look up Michael Law. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And also on Twitter at Michael Law Idaho.
I love it. You have an excellent week. ESPN 93.5.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but you thought it'd be too hard or take too much time? Then go to Babbel.com, download the app, and try it for free. In just 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. And right now, you can try Babbel for free. Babbel starts out teaching you words and phrases by matching them with pictures. You won't believe how easy the interactive program is. Soon the sentences get a little bigger, and before you know it, you're having simulated conversations voiced by native speakers. And because Babbel is crafted by language experts and uses the spaced repetition method, in just 10 to 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking the language of your choice with real confidence. With Babbel, you can speak a language. Just go to Babbel.com and start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com and try it for free. That's Babbel.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Peter Burns.
I think in other years, Notre Dame would be in the thick of things right now. The problem is you've got as many as 8 or 9 teams right now that are in college football contention. LSU, Ohio State, Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, Auburn, Clemson, Penn State. I mean, those right now are just undefeated. And so Notre Dame is still behind that team. Do they play great defense? Absolutely. Can they go toe-to-toe with some of the best? Absolutely. The problem is they have that loss. Then you start getting into strength of schedule, right? It's great for Notre Dame to play that game, that home and home, but guess what? It cost them because had they played North by Northwest New Mexico State, they'd still be ranked pretty high and up there in the college football playoff contending opportunities right now. So there's a double-edged sword of us wanting really good matchups, Tausch, yet it also cost you.
Starting route now. Turn right at Fortress Mountains. Turn left at Mount Hood. Head south to Moab, Utah. Continue on the Great North American Test Drive.
Run with us on a John Deere Gator XUV 835. With our quietest cab ever and optional heat and AC, and a four-wheel independent suspension, it's built to run where no one else can. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere Gator for more.
All right, it's time for some straight talk. You wouldn't pay $100 for seats to a baseball game where you can get the same seats for $50. So why pay more on your wireless when you can get the same 4G LTE networks for up to half the cost? For $45 a month, get our unlimited plan with 25 gigs of high-speed data from Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Are you looking to buy a new house, a car, a boat, motorcycle, or ATV? Is there a vacation that you've been longing to take? Come see me, George Griffin, at Prospect Bank for life's big moments. We're in the game with leading loan rates. Apply online at bankprospect.com or at the nearest branch location. Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank, helping opportunities become reality. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank.
And I wanted to make sure I got Prospect Bank on right now, because now is the time you can start texting in the word money to 359-2255, and new customers can set up an account with $100 from Stevie J. Yeah, part of our partners, GoStever.com, has a lot of great deals. But today, we're having you text in the word money to 359-2255. Prospect Bank is our partner today as you open up an account within 7 days with our $100 from Stevie J. This is an offer for new customers who want to check out the friendly service at Prospect Bank. You'll need to fill out a survey and let us know what you think. Well, it looks like the NL Central title will go to the St. Louis Cardinals. They won yesterday 9-0 over the Cubs. Cubs are lost their manager, Joe Madden, who was released. Let's get our Redbird recap right now here on ESPN 93.5.
Well, I would say that Mr. Flaherty said, okay, Cardinals, jump on my back. Here we go.
Jack Flaherty went 7 innings, allowed only 2 hits, 1 walk. He struck out 6. He did not allow a Cub base runner to reach second. That's how good he was. But he got some help for a change, Mike. He's been in some tight games most of the year. But 2 in the first, 2 in the second on a Fowler home run. Carpenter hit a 3-run homer and a 4-run third. Paul Goldschmidt finished off the scoring as he hit a home run, his 34th of the year. And the Cardinals beat the Chicago Cubs 9-0 to win the National League Central.
The Central Division belongs to the Cardinals, and they'll take on the Atlanta Braves on Thursday.
This Redbird Recap is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data, and you can save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today.
Chicago White Sox won their last game of the season against Detroit. That final was 5-3. On to football. A lot of folks excited about the Bears and what they were seeing. 16-6 winners over the Minnesota Vikings. That defense is something else. Mitch Trubisky, though, left shoulder injury, left the game. And that was early on in the game. Chase Daniels did pretty well. Didn't have any interceptions there. The new number 1 in college, Alabama. Oh, I was going to take note of a couple of other NFL scores here. Oakland Raiders over the Colts 31-24. And we had the Saints beating the Cowboys 12-10. I know Stevie J's a big Saints fan. Take a note of that when he checked in with us about a half an hour ago from Europe. He's on his trip, and also wanted to point out some other things like Chase Elliott winning that checkered flag, and Cameron Champ, his second PGA title with that PGA Safeway Open that happened over the weekend. As far as our Illini volleyball team goes, they split. They lost to Nebraska, but came out in a fine action on Saturday playing Iowa. And so many people coming out with the orange out on Saturday night to stuff up. Good stuff for our Illini volleyball team, and we wish them well for the rest of the season, too. Of course, our own Illini football team gearing up for a game against Minnesota. Minnesota ended up beating Purdue. ESPN 93.5. Weather's coming up shortly.
Hey, it's Stevie J. I've been using the corporate apparel from Game Day. They've been making these Stevie J Broadcasting button-downs, and I love them. And I just got 2 new in today, and the staff's excited because I don't have to wear the same shirt. So very excited for the repertoire change and all these fabulous corporate apparel shirts from Game Day. If you want a quote, I would suggest you email them, sales@GameDaySpirit.com, sales@GameDaySpirit.com. It's high quality. It's great stuff. You'll love it. Corporate apparel from Game Day Spirit.
Come experience Naya Restaurant in Champaign. Chef Ed Morrill talks about the menu.
There's a few mozzarella dishes, burrata, which is a fantastic kind of version of mozzarella. There's mozzarella de bufala, so we get a lot of stuff brought in weekly just from Italy. I like to use very authentic ingredients. We also have this really cool Japanese robata grill, which is a high-heat skewer grill, so we can put things on skewers. So we've got a great chicken skewer, a ribeye skewer. Come in, get a little snack, grab a glass of wine.
See the menu at NayaRestaurant.com or experience it for yourself at 212 East Green Street, Champaign.
Geico presents Monster Counseling.
Dracula, tell me how you're feeling.
No one understands how lonely it is. No one will even let me into their house. I knock and I knock, but they ignore me.
Uh-huh. What else?
I look in the mirror and I don't even see myself anymore.
If you don't see yourself clearly, can you really expect others to?
I'm having a breakthrough.
It's not easy to be a vampire, but with Geico, it's super easy to switch and save hundreds on your car insurance.
You had a dream of opening your business, and you took a risk to build it. At Busey, we understand your goals and dreams continue to evolve as you position your business for growth, look towards retirement, and plan for future generations. Achieve your dreams. Busey is here to help. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of our many convenient locations for solutions to your banking and wealth management needs. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. If your engine or transmission isn't running the way it should and you're not prepared to invest cash in a different vehicle, Long's Garage in Urbana puts miles back into the one you're driving by installing a Jasper remanufactured engine or transmission. Jasper Engines and Transmissions backs their products with a nationwide 3-year, 100,000-mile parts and labor warranty. Call Long's Garage in Urbana at 367-3942 and ask for a Jasper remanufactured product.
We've got your forecast, and it's brought to you by CMI. When it comes to janitorial products and cleaning products, CMI can certainly set you up. And they had an open house a couple of weeks ago, and I was thinking about Brad and Betsy Parks. Really, it's an open house every day. If you want to check out some of their cleaning products, and they'll demonstrate for you, or some of their equipment that you can use and work more efficiently, CMIClean.com. Give them a call. They're over on Bloomington Road near Prospect. High near 90 today, down to around 70 this evening. Partly cloudy, high 90, low 71 tomorrow. Chance of rain 10% late, 20% shot at showers Wednesday, high 84, low 64. It is 7:53. Stevie J had a chance to jump on with us earlier in the morning with Stevie J Travel, ESPN 93.5.
And, of course, the Cardinals wrap up the Central in game 162. Unbelievable. Joe Madden out as a Cub manager. I think that's a mistake. I understand it because it's been bad, the finish of the last 2 years. Hard to fire a manager who's had the best record in baseball for the last 5 years. It's amazing. He'll be hired very quickly by somebody, guaranteed. So today, our offer, folks, from the Prospect Bank, you have a chance to text in, what do you say, money or bank? They're going to text in later for $100 to open a checking account at Prospect Bank and take your dog in. They love dogs there at Prospect and Kirby and Champaign, our new partner, Prospect Bank. So you'll text in. Tell me the word again, Diane.
Money. You were accurate with money.
Money. Okay. So text in money a bit later, but be listening. $100 is what we're giving out to a whole bunch of people because I want you to open a checking account at Prospect Bank. Again, take your dog. They love dogs. You have a chance at 359-2255 to text in money. So we've had a great trip. We'll be home Thursday evening back to Champaign-Urbana. We're on a Viking river cruise with Viking on the riverboat and on the River Rhine, and seeing so many beautiful things. And it's very laid back. We've never done a river cruise. It's just really laid back, on and off. You're right in the middle of the city centers. It's delightful. And a lot of new friends. There's only 190 passengers on this riverboat. And so you get to know a whole lot of new people in addition to the 34 folks traveling with us here in Germany. So I'll sign off for now. I better catch my bus. If I miss the bus, I might get to stay in Heidelberg. But I wanted to at least chime in. And I was watching Big Ten football scores over the weekend, talked to a new friend from Columbus, Ohio. They're pretty pleased with how good the Buckeyes are this year, the way they beat Nebraska in Nebraska like 45-7 or something like that. Minnesota beat Purdue at Purdue, so that's our opponent this weekend against Minnesota. So I'm a little nervous whether we can beat them or not. Anyway, we'll talk more. I'll plan to call back again tomorrow, same time. And again, just wanted to check in, Diane. Really appreciate all your help filling in while I'm gone. But having a great time here in Germany.
Awesome. Again, Stevie J in Germany, and he'll be here at the end of the week. Temperatures currently at 68. It's going to be a beautiful day, so enjoy. Knock out a lot of projects this week as we get into October tomorrow. We're ESPN 93.5. The deal now from Prospect Bank as you text in the word money to 359-2255. Open account within 7 days with our $100 bill. 359-2255. GoStever.com. The word money for the deal from Prospect Bank.
You know, if you're looking for a great steak or you want some fall off the bone ribs, you got to make the trip to Gifford to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. Donnie and Hunter, well, they came in and brought ribs to us on the radio show the other day, and now I'm making plans to get back to Gifford to enjoy another slab, along with some homemade sides, homemade dressing for the salad, and, of course, ice-cold beer. They've got reasonable prices. It's a short drive away to the Long Branch Steakhouse on Main Street in downtown Gifford. Go check it out. Promise you won't be disappointed.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter of Country Arbors Nursery. This Monday, September 30th, is the beginning of what Champaign-Urbana has been waiting for all year, the Country Arbors annual Fall Sale and Kids Day. The sale goes from Monday the 30th to Sunday, October 6th. Every shrub, tree, and perennial is on sale, all at least 20% off. While the sale's for the adults, Saturday, October 5th is for the kids. We'll have a giant slide, fall decorating, Russ and his amazing turtles, and all of our equipment out for kids to play on and take pictures. So come out for our sale all week, and Kids Day is October 5th. You can find out more information and directions at countryarbors.com.
Plants capture CO2. What if we could help industrial plants capture it too? Think how we could help lower emissions. More and more scientists think carbon capture is key to reducing CO2 emissions globally. It's one way ExxonMobil is helping industrial plants be more like plants. That's the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil.
Do you need a work shoe that looks so good you can wear it straight from the job out to dinner? Then look no further than Skechers Safety Toe Work Shoes. Skechers work shoes come in a variety of great styles that look just as good on the job as off. Plus, they're super comfortable with Skechers' exclusive air-cooled memory foam. They feel as good as opening your paycheck after a hefty week of overtime. And speaking of your paycheck, Skechers Safety Toe Work Shoes won't break the bank. Get America's #1 selling work shoe at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever work shoes are sold.
Geico presents Monster Counseling.
Dracula, tell me how you're feeling.
No one understands how lonely it is. No one will even let me into their house. I knock and I knock, but they ignore me.
Uh-huh. What else?
I look in the mirror and I don't even see myself anymore.
If you don't see yourself clearly, can you really expect others to?
I'm having a breakthrough.
It's not easy to be a vampire, but with Geico, it's super easy to switch and save hundreds on your car insurance.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but you thought it'd be too hard or take too much time? Then go to Babbel.com, download the app, and try it for free. In just 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. And right now, you can try Babbel for free. Babbel starts out teaching you words and phrases by matching them with pictures. You won't believe how easy the interactive program is. Soon the sentences get a little bigger, and before you know it, you're having simulated conversations voiced by native speakers. And because Babbel is crafted by language experts and uses the spaced repetition method, in just 10 to 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking the language of your choice with real confidence. With Babbel, you can speak a language. Just go to Babbel.com and start your first lesson in the language of your choice for free. Download the Babbel app or go to Babbel.com and try it for free. That's Babbel.com.
Pros like you start with Lowe's to find the top brands like First Alert, BRK, and Energizer. First Alert has been protecting homes for over 6 decades, so you can be sure you're installing peace of mind. Shop Lowe's today and save $10 on a First Alert 10-year battery, smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with voice and location, now just $49.97. And for crisp daylight and dark spaces, pick up an Energizer Vision Performance metal flashlight for $10 less, now $19.98, batteries included. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's, valid through 10/9 U.S. only.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The House Speaker says the president gave them no choice. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. No choice but to consider impeachment over the Trump-Ukraine call. Nancy Pelosi telling CBS 60 Minutes.
You withdraw a couple $100 million worth of assistance to a country and then a couple of days later say, by the way, can you help me with my campaign, in other words.
And a fellow Democrat, Adam Schiff, chairs the House Intelligence Committee. He's working on a testimony plan for the whistleblower. He was on NBC's Meet the Press.
This whistleblower has done, obviously, a cardinal service to the country by exposing wrongdoing of the most serious kind.
Now, President Trump's been tweeting a lot. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
The president tweeting the fake whistleblower complaint is not holding up. It is mostly about the call to the Ukrainian president, which in the name of transparency, I immediately released to Congress and the public. He continued, the whistleblower knew almost nothing. Its secondhand description of the call is a fraud. The president on Twitter last night writing that he wants to meet not only his accuser, but also the person who, in the president's words, illegally gave this information to the whistleblower. The president writing, was this person spying on the U.S. president? Dave?
Now, John, the president's attorney might be subpoenaed as Rudy Giuliani keeps pointing a finger at the Bidens, claiming to have an affidavit from the Ukrainian prosecutor fired on then Vice President Biden's insistence.
It basically says Joe Biden is guilty of bribery. Now, Shokin could be telling the truth or lying, but he's willing to go under oath.
Now, Biden's presidential campaign calls it a debunked conspiracy theory, urging TV networks to stop booking Giuliani on shows to spread desperate lies. The al-Shabaab terror group, the U.S. has attacked in Somalia, bombed an airbase today from where the U.S. launches airstrikes. Another suicide attack targeted Italian peacekeepers, but ended up injuring Somali citizens. And the search continues for an escapee in North Carolina, where 3 others who broke out of an Ohio jail with him yesterday were captured early this morning. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-597-0315. That's 800-597-0315. 800-597-0315. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Iran not only keeps denying U.S. claims it was behind the Saudi oil facilities attack, it says the Houthi rebels did it and were justified doing so. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told CBS 60 Minutes,
if the world does not take a strong and firm action to deter Iran, we will see further escalations that will threaten world interests. Oil supplies will be disrupted, and oil prices will jump to unimaginably high numbers that we haven't seen in our lifetimes.
The Saudi Crown Prince also denied that he ordered the murder of critic and Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, though last year a U.S. Senate resolution unanimously condemned Mohammed bin Salman as being responsible, and a UN report found credible evidence that he played a role in Khashoggi's death. Flags are at half-staff in New York City after a police officer on patrol in the Bronx was murdered early yesterday.
Police say Mulkeen was shot with his own gun in his head and torso. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say the suspect, Antonio Williams, was killed by officers. The ex-con has 3 prior arrests, 2 for felonies. In an interview with the New York Post, Brian Mulkeen's dad calls him a remarkable human being, adding, quote, everybody loved him.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez, Mulkeen's girlfriend, is also a New York City police officer. On Wall Street, stocks could rise. Futures have been moving higher ahead of the opening bell. At the movies,
Abominable was the weekend's sole new wide release at number 1, taking in $20.9 million. It's a U.S.-China co-production between Universal's DreamWorks and China's Pearl Studios.
There's a Yeti on my roof. Hey, boy. Or girl.
Yeah, you're definitely a boy. Last week's number 1 film, Downton Abbey, slid to 2nd. The stripper movie Hustlers landed in 3rd.
That's Debbie Hanley. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Manaselli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A jackknifed semi has been cleared from the southbound I-57 exit to westbound I-72. The jackknifed tractor-trailer had been on the ramp Sunday afternoon, and the ramp stayed closed for a couple of hours while the truck was removed. Illinois officials have rolled out a statewide video campaign to promote help available to those struggling with substance abuse, including opioids. The victims posted online focus on the stories of people who have struggled with addiction and are getting treatment. The State Department of Human Services campaign also includes TV spots, social media ads, and billboards. The agency secretary, Grace Howe, says the goal is to reduce the stigma of addiction and help others. Officials also are pointing those who might need help to helplineil.org. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Manaselli.
Cyber criminals will steal an estimated $33 billion security and private records by next year. The average cost of a data breach for a small business in North America is as high as $117,000. While these numbers can sound frightening, they don't have to be. Ease your fears by having area-wide technologies come look at your setup. They'll ensure your system is secure and will give you a detailed inspection report of just how susceptible to these threats you are. Call them today at 359-8041.
Save the date for trick-or-treating with the stars. It's back. Sunday, October 27th in the Ubben Basketball Practice Facility at 4th and St. Mary in Champaign from 3 to 5. Free candy, autographs from the U of I women's basketball team and coaching staff. Powered by the U of I Community Credit Union, the Department of Athletics at Illinois, ChampagneMoms.com, and ESPN 93.5. Visit ESPNCU.com.
I gotta get out of the house for a little while.
I don't feel like making dinner tonight. Let's go somewhere.
But where?
I don't know about you, but I feel like a margarita.
Well, I guess we can try to find a sitter.
And we can bring something back for the kids.
Well, where can we go that's got great kids' food and also serves our favorite drinks?
El Toro!
Whether it's with or without the kids, El Toro Mexican Restaurant in Champaign has you covered. They offer a wide variety of both adult beverages and kids' entrees. Stop in today at 723 South Neal Street in Champaign.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Amazing. It's kind of like being showered with cash from above, which would also be pretty amazing. It's so amazing that millions of people a year are getting their cash back matched. They just can't get enough. So whether it's raining down on your head or raining into your bank account, it's your cash back, and Discover is matching it. Discover Cashback Match. What are you waiting for? Learn more at discover.com/match.
It's time for another My Journey with Mettler.
My name's Brock Ideas. My hometown is Gifford, Illinois, and I'm a farmer. This spring, I suffered from a leg injury. As a result of training improperly, both of my lower calves were in constant pain. And every day I'm grateful for the answered prayer of being led to the Mettler Center. They're extremely helpful. The physical therapist I specifically had, he was a very good listener. I enjoyed listening to his advice and putting it into practice into my daily life.
Start your journey with Mettler Center. Visit MettlerCenter.com today.
What's up, guys? It's Shane from Rosati's Pizza. I just want to remind you about all of our weekly specials here at Rosati's in Urbana. Monday means the start of another work week, but on the positive side, it also means we do our deep dish slice and a drink for $6.50. Then Monday nights, we're making up tons of thin crust pizzas, all for half price. So stop by and see us. Remember, Monday, it's those deep dish slices for lunch, half price thin crust pizzas after 4 for dinner. Rosati's Pizza is guaranteed to get you motivated for another work week. Find us at 701 South Gregory, Urbana.
If you're looking for a great paying part-time job with flexible hours, check out 2020 Census Jobs. You may have another job or not. You may even be retired or looking for some extra income, but you can also help make sure that everyone gets counted. So apply today at 2020census.gov/jobs to help strengthen your community.
We've got a great-looking weather forecast, and it's brought to you by Busey Bank. Partly cloudy, high near 90, down to around 70 this evening. I like that we're reaching back into the summer temperatures. I'm not ready for fall. High 90 tomorrow, down to 71. 84 the high on Wednesday with the greatest chance of showers midweek there. Down to around 64 in the evening. Back into the sunshine and cooler come Thursday with a high 70 expected. So enjoy the heat while it lasts here at the beginning of the week. The last day of September, September 30th. Happy birthday to my nephew Carl. We've also got my brother-in-laws, Matthew and Herb, celebrating a birthday on this September 30th. It's 8:10. I'm Diane Ducey. And again, Busey bringing you on this good-looking forecast. And if you have trouble talking money with your spouse, no trouble. Busey can help you out with that. 40% don't even know how much their partner earns. 43% incorrectly quote their partner's income. 10% miss the mark by $25,000 or more. Wow. So that's exactly why Busey wants to talk with you. What are your spending habits? You should get to know this before you tie the knot, or if you haven't had this discussion, do it now. Do you donate to charities? Should you have joint or separate bank accounts? Busey can provide an array of solutions tailored to you and your partner's needs. Personal, mortgage, business, cash management, wealth management. No matter what your stage in life, Busey will be there along the way. Visit Busey.com. Stop by any of their convenient locations for solutions to your personal, business, and wealth management needs. Member FDIC, it's Busey.
Long's Garage in Urbana and Jasper Engines and Transmissions offer cost-effective solutions to your present engine or transmissions trouble. Avoid a costly new car purchase or high lease payments by putting new life into your present vehicle. Let Long's Garage install a Jasper remanufactured engine or transmission with a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty and available premium service plan. Call Long's Garage at 367-3942. Long's Garage, 217-367-3942.
Diane Ducey trying to keep the ship afloat here on ESPN 93.5. I know that Stevie J travel in Europe having a great time, checked in with us earlier today and is having a wonderful time. I'm so glad that Beverly Parrish is checking in. How are you, Beverly?
I am wonderful. Thank you.
All right. I'm glad you're checking in. When it comes to parenting, I have a 16, 17, and 22-year-old. So, of course, they all know exactly what's right and wrong. And I don't have to do any helicopter or lawnmower or bulldozing parenting at all with these kids. Yeah, right. Let's talk about parenting and the topic that you're proposing today.
Well, it sounds, Diane, like your kids actually are well prepared for life. You know, we hear about this. First, it was helicopter parenting with parents who hovered over their kids' every activity, and now we're hearing about lawnmower parenting, bulldozer parenting, where parents are just mowing over every obstacle that might present itself in their kids' lives, probably with good intentions, trying to pave their way for success. But in doing so, they rob their kids of the ability to develop self-reliance and flexibility and the confidence to know that when bumps come up in my road, I have the wherewithal to handle them. It sounds like your kids are well prepared. Kudos to you.
I mean, I was kind of being sarcastic there if you didn't pick up on that. It is tricky, especially when it comes to social media, online. What are you doing? Who are you conversing with? You know, and how much to give them free rein. What's your response to all of that?
Well, I think that our kids benefit when we show them that we trust their judgment and we show them that we trust their ability to assess situations as far as this is a good choice, this is a bad choice. So the point is, if we model the behavior that we want our kids to emulate and step into their lives and direct them when they need direction, but then step out of the way and let them, flex their wings a little bit and let them kind of find their own way. And I have a friend who says, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And so if we can help our kids to understand that when things don't go your way, look at the situation and assess yourself and see, what could I do better? What could I do differently? Was it my fault this happened? Is there something that I can do to change my course, my destiny?
Okay. Now, how about money? Can we talk about parents and how much leeway, how much tracking we should have on their spending habits with the kids?
Well, my personal feeling is kids should have a job to pay for whatever it is that they have. Now, we're definitely, in our family, in the minority. My kids have cell phones, and they also have to pay for their cell phones. They also have to pay for their cars and their insurance. So I get it that I'm probably in the minority. If a family has the wherewithal to provide those things for their kids and not ask their kid to contribute, then I think you actually have a more challenging job in helping your kids learn the value of a dollar and how to make budgetary decisions. And my personal feeling is we do them a disservice if we rob them of real world experiences, because when they get out on their own, mommy and daddy are not there to hold their hand and refill their checking account every time they overdraw it. So I think a little bit of controlled stress in that area where, they get to suffer the consequences when they run out of cash, can't go out with their friends, maybe can't, do a couple of things that they want to do. I think that's a healthy thing for them to learn in the safety of your home rather than when they're out on their own.
Beverly Parrish on ESPN 93.5 discussing parenting techniques. You said that your kids are on their own on the insurance and the payments and things like that. Did you start that with a chore chart and giving them allowance and showing them how important it is to save?
Well, we started it with, they had chores, and the payment for their chores was we fed them and clothed them and, put a roof over their heads. That was just our family's choice. But when they were young enough to mow the neighbor's yard or babysit or those kinds of things, they began to, make their own money. So we kind of introduced the perks of life, the car, the insurance, and all that kind of stuff when they were able to provide for it on their own. And I will say, my family friends who have kids about the same age, my oldest is 35 and my youngest is 18, they've had greater success with their kids really being able to more successfully navigate life when they've given them real world challenges, again, in the safety of the home environment.
Wonderful. If we'd like to still connect with you after this conversation, I know we'll have it podcasted at espncu.com. But Beverly Parrish, can you be reached somehow?
I can. My website is beverlyparrish.com.
And there's 2 R's in
simple.
Parrish.
2 R's. BEVERLYPARRISH. BeverlyParrish.com.
Nice. Hey, have a great day, and thanks for checking in with us.
Thanks, Diane. You too.
All right, ESPN 93.5.
How good are PXG clubs? Golf writers describe them as absolutely remarkable and the best golf clubs out there. Our customers call them insanely good and say they live up to the hype. So what are you waiting for? Step up your game and enjoy golf more than ever. Call 844-PLAY-PXG, 844-PLAY-PXG, or visit pxg.com to book your custom fitting. PXG. Nobody makes golf clubs the way we do. Period.
September may be a busy month, but there's always time for Game Day Spirit. The team at Game Day, the official fan store of the Fighting Illini, are excited to welcome new and returning students back to school at the University of Illinois. Students, listen up. If you want the real thing, the official gear of the Fighting Illini, there's only one place to shop this school year. It's Game Day Spirit. Shop online at GameDaySpirit.com or in-store at Neal and Kirby in Champaign or on Green Street in Campustown. I'd go with Game Day. Game Day Spirit, the official fan store of the Fighting Illini.
8:18, just a quick sports headlines here. The first NL Central title since 2015. Those Cardinals beat the Cubs 9-0 yesterday, and the Cubs were, they released manager Joe Madden, but I saw him in the dugout. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. In any case, I know they had that 9-game losing skid at the end of the season, but they won the first two down at Busch. It was always interesting to see the Cubs and Cardinals at the very end of the season. Homers from Dexter Fowler, Paul Goldschmidt. Anyway, congratulations, Cardinal fans. Whatever. Chicago White Sox over Detroit 5-3. Bears win 16-6 over Minnesota. Mitchell Trubisky with a shoulder injury, and Chase Daniels did pretty good. 22 of 31 for 195 yards. Our forecast looks great for the next few days. We've got a high around 90 down to around 70. The chance of rain comes our way with a high 84 come Wednesday. We've got a temperature of 71 right now on ESPN 93.5, your Fox Business Minute from Provident Financial Group, partnerships you can trust.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There's an endorsement of Apple's business from analysts at J.P. Morgan. They're predicting Apple stock will rise to $265 a share. It closed Friday under $219. Another retail chain is filing for bankruptcy reorganization. It is Forever 21, which is planning to close up to 178 of its stores in the U.S., in addition to shrinking its international business. Forever 21 has approximately 800 stores worldwide. The parent company of Budweiser has launched a new stock for its Asian business. Anheuser-Busch InBev separated Budweiser Brewing, which produces beverages for China, South Korea, India, and Vietnam. The stock was priced at the equivalent of about $3.49 in Hong Kong, and it opened with a gain. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Attention Dish customers, football season is here, but you could miss it. Dish dropped FS1 and BTN. Dish customers will miss college football on FS1 and BTN, MLB playoffs on FS1, and more. Dish dropped your favorite Fox sports and shows, so drop Dish. Dish customers, switch to another TV provider that carries your Fox sports and shows. Call 1-800-KEEP-FOX or visit keepfox.com.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Finding your way to retirement may feel like working your way through a maze. Without a guide, it's hard to see if you're headed in the right direction. We can offer guidance along the way to help you see the bigger picture and make good financial decisions. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Amazing. It's kind of like being showered with cash from above, which would also be pretty amazing. It's so amazing that millions of people a year are getting their cash back matched. They just can't get enough. So whether it's raining down on your head or raining into your bank account, it's your cash back, and Discover is matching it. Discover Cashback Match. What are you waiting for? Learn more at discover.com/match.
Well, it's Monday, but it's looking good. High 90 today with partly cloudy conditions. I'm Diane Ducey, and it was a good walk to defeat ALS at Dodds Park near Parkland College over the weekend. Lots of people turned out, and it was just very moving to hear some of the testimonies of people who were affected by ALS. So thanks again for the folks who stepped out and were a part of that. We've got a deal for you today with Prospect Bank, and I want to make sure that you're texting in to get this $100 from Stevie J as you open an account within 7 days. If Prospect Bank is new to you, this is for new customers only, and you text in the word money to 359-2255. That's the word MONEY, money. 359-2255. You'll open an account at Prospect Bank, fill out a survey, and let us know what you think of this friendly staff at Prospect Bank. Then around 10:30 today, we've got a deal from Blossom Basket Florist that'll be outstanding. Make sure you're listening to the Jeremy Warner Show to get ready to text in for that deal at 359-2255. So many folks are enjoying their kind of membership of sorts as they get registered and hear about all these terrific deals at GoStever.com.
The look in your partner's eyes when they see the beautiful arrangement you ordered from Blossom Basket is what it's all about. To be able to brighten the day of your spouse will quite simply make your heart explode with love. Your significant other will adore the vibrant color of the Blossom Basket bouquet. Please call 217-367-ROSE for a chance at the picture-perfect moment when your loved one sees Blossom Basket flower arrangements.
Every month, ladies and gentlemen, we honor our police, our law enforcement, and in the studio with us now, University of Illinois Sergeant Rachel Ahart. How are you?
I'm doing great, Stevie. Thanks for having me.
Well, all right, you got to tell people why Rachel Ahart wanted to be in law enforcement. Why?
Well, I think law enforcement actually chose me. I did my undergrad degree in psychology. I have a master's in social work, and I wanted to do some profession where I was helping the community. And I worked at the Pavilion, the behavioral health hospital, when I first moved here to Champaign, and it was in my training class. One of the guys that I was working with, he let me know that he saw a lot of traits in me that he thought I would make a good police officer. So I started looking into it and really considering it, and like I said, I think this career chose me, and I have never been more pleased. I think it's a super fulfilling place to be, and like you said, I just made the move from detective to sergeant, so I'm going back to patrol and super excited about that.
Brought to you by SK Exteriors, their website, callsktoday.com.
ESPN 93.5, I'm Diane Ducey. Stevie J enjoying his travels in Europe, taking in some Oktoberfest festivities. But this weekend, we've got our own Oktoberfest that will be kicking in. We've got more details as Eric Robeson will be sharing more details shortly inside the next 10 or 15 minutes on ESPN 93.5. Right now, it's Mark Graham on our studio line. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. It's good to be with you guys this morning.
Yeah, my name's Diane. I know the bullet-riddled hoodies inspired by school shootings spark outrage, as well it should. Tell us your reaction to this.
Well, it absolutely should. It's exploitation on steroids. And I mean, being a marketing guy, you sit here and you try to decipher what the marketing plan was for this, and you try to come up with an overall objective, and I can't find one. I just think this is people taking advantage and using a little shock value in the midst of causing more grief. It's just despicable.
So let me read the designer's statement to defend their 2020 line of hoodies that have, this bullet design in them. Sometimes life can be painfully ironic, like the irony of dying violently in the place you consider to be safe, controlled environment like school. We are reminded all the time of life's fragility and shortness and unpredictability, yet we are also reminded of its infinite potential. It is this push and pull that our creators had in circular motion that is the cycle of life. Nirvana is the goal we hope to reach through meditation and healthy practice that counter our destructive habits. Samsara is the cycle that we must transcend to reach nirvana. Wow.
Unbelievable. I've got that written right in front of me as well, trying to understand. I've sent it to some people to try to understand what this is. So what's our overall objective? I'm not sure anyone knows. So it's just mind-boggling.
So I know that you're into marketing, and, they say even bad press is good press, right?
Well, that has been said in the past, although I also want to bring up something. When I was in grad school, my major professor, Stephen Looney, had the Looney Law that I've so adamantly lived by, and he said, don't let statistics get in the way of common sense. Here, what have we let happen? We've let common sense go awry here. You can, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And in this case, they shouldn't have done this.
We're talking about the bullet-riddled hoodies inspired by school shootings that are sparking outrage, especially in the New York, where this clothing company is under fire. And Mark Graham is joining me here on ESPN 93.5. Mark, since your company works with marketing, what's the name of it?
Intelligy Marketing, Intelligy.com, Entelligy.
Let's end with some positive vibes on Monday here. What are some things that have worked for you to get people's message out there?
Well, that's a great question, and thank you. I mean, I think what you first have to understand is who your customers are and understand your audience. I think at the very root of everything is communicating with people the way in which they want to be communicated with, and that involves segmentation, it involves quantitative methods, and it involves proper messaging. And that's what we work with people to do. But let me be very clear in the first thing that we do with any client or prospect that we deal with is help them understand what their overall objective is. I can't find this in this story.
I see. How do we reach out to you in case we'd like to tap into some of your skills, Mark Graham?
Yeah, Mark Graham, you can reach out to me at mgraham, M-G-R-A-H-A-M, at Intelligy.com, E-N-T-E-L-L-I-G-Y, or go to Intelligy.com, or give me a ring at 214-267-8361.
Awesome. Have a terrific week, Mike. Mark, thank you so much for starting it here on ESPN 93.5.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
All right, take care. I'm Diane Ducey. Stevie J is in Europe right now. We've got your Fox News that comes your way at 8:30, and then we'll find out about Developmental Services Center with their Oktoberfest coming your way on Saturday in downtown Champaign. Some terrific music to be heard. It'll be fun. ESPN 93.5.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says President Trump doesn't even know he was wrong to ask Ukraine's president to investigate Joe Biden. She says about the impeachment inquiry started in response.
We could not ignore what the president did. He gave us no choice.
Speaker Pelosi on 60 Minutes on CBS. The president's son, Eric Trump, says the Democrats are pursuing impeachment because they know they can't win the 2020 election.
We're going to win again. You mark my words. This is going to backfire on them.
He was on Fox and Friends this morning. A New York City police officer named Brian Mulkeen has been shot and killed during the struggle for his gun wrestling with a suspect.
Police say the suspect, Antonio Williams, was killed by officers. The ex-con has 3 prior arrests, 2 for felonies. In an interview with the New York Post, Brian Mulkeen's dad calls him a remarkable human being, adding, quote, everybody loved him.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez in New York. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Manaselli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Police were called out to the 1200 block of Summit Ridge Road on Sunday afternoon on a report of a shooting. Police found a 23-year-old man who had been shot in the leg. Police say the victim was shot while walking along the road. Police said a black vehicle might have been involved in the shooting. No arrests were made. If you know anything or you have exterior surveillance camera systems, call police at 217-351-4545. Illinois officials have rolled out a statewide video campaign to promote help available to those struggling with substance abuse, including opioids. The victims posted online focus on the stories of people who have struggled with addiction and are getting treatment. The State Department of Human Services campaign also includes TV spots, social media ads, and billboards. The agency's secretary, Grace Howe, says the goal is to reduce the stigma of addiction and help others. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Manaselli.
We've got your forecast now here on ESPN 93.5, and it looks awesome. We've got a high 90 today and tomorrow, down to around 70 in the evening. Chance of rain comes late on Tuesday, and a greater chance of rain on Wednesday. As we start October, really, tomorrow, it's nice to start it out with some warmth, I think. Then by Thursday, as things switch out, maybe with the precipitation midweek, it's a little cooler start on Thursday, a high of 70 expected, even though that's our lows inside the next couple of days. Right now, we're at 71 on ESPN 93.5. Again, Developmental Services Center doing their Oktoberfest. It's a tradition that's been around for a few years, and the big tent right in front of the Orpheum Children's Science Museum in downtown Champaign. As we mark our calendars to be a part of it, between 3 and midnight this Saturday night. More details coming our way and some prizes you could win. It's coming up next on ESPN 93.5, 833.
Hi, it's Stevie J. When I needed a new roof, I called Roof Doctors. Actually called a lot of roofing companies to get estimates. But I felt great talking to Randy. I felt that he was honest, reliable, and affordable, and I felt I could trust him. You know what? I was right. They did a terrific job. After they did my roof, I had them do my mom's roof. You know how much you have to like a company to recommend to your mom? With 30 years of experience and the best warranties, call today for a free estimate at 328-7529 or go to roofdoctorsco.com.
Hi, I'm Habib, and this is your Motivational Minute. Ecclesiastes 12 says, "Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come, before the sun and the light and the moon and the stars grow dark. Remember him before the silver cord is severed, and the golden bowl is broken, and the dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it." The word remember means much more than remember. Here it means honor, reflect on, think about in a good way. It's much more than just a passing thought. In addition to remembering our Creator, we ought to remember those who have been instrumental in our lives. Our families, parents who brought us up, grandparents, children, teachers, friends who were by our side when we needed them. Remember your Creator and your loved ones in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come, before the silver cord is severed and the golden bowl is broken. I'm Habib, and this was your Motivational Minute, brought to you by A&R Mechanical and H-Squared Leadership.
Eric Robeson and I are listening to the Music Meisters right now as we get our game face on for Oktoberfest. I know this is going to pick up right here.
Well, this is one of those, the Music Meisters will be with us on Saturday from 4 to 8. And it's this kind of, and this is what we call a polka, a waltz, kind of the oompa thing, but it's good German food, eating, beer drinking music, right? At CU Oktoberfest this Saturday, October 5th, right? You're in? Good. Yeah, and that's one of the fun things about this event. This is the 7th year, actually.
Okay.
That we've been doing it, and it's the music is one of the fun things about this. So the Music Meisters, who have been with us from the beginning, it's kind of the German orchestra, and they're there from 4 to 8. Then if you at 8:30 to 10, this band called the Polkaholics.
The Polkaholics.
So they've been here, numerous years. At CU Oktoberfest and before that too. So a lot of people know them, but they're this kind of polka rock kind of fusion thing, and they're a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, 10:30 to midnight. We go all the way to midnight, by the way. So 3 to midnight on Saturday, October 5th. So then a band called Bulls and Beer Band comes in, and they're from Lincoln, Nebraska, and they've kind of got another version of rock polka punk thing that goes on late night, and it's a great polka party. It's a great party overall. At that point in the evening, so
now,
good times.
How did you come up with this? I mean, obviously you've probably been to Germany, just like Stevie's there now.
Stevie's there now. Quite envious, by the way, of Stevie over there. We did do a mission to Oktoberfest
you
Munich.
have to have some research.
Right, absolute grueling research that we did. We took one for the team and went over there, and Akeem von Bodeman was a person that a friend that we had gone to Oktoberfest Munich. I'd been going to the German American Festival in Chicago for years and years, and so we just realized that there wasn't really an Oktoberfest here in Champaign-Urbana. Yeah. And at that point, I mean, there was a lot of maybe smaller, ones going on, but we needed a big party.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we patterned it off of that.
I love it. Well, the Robeson family, obviously, been around for a long time, and your mom and dad are still...
Oh, doing great. Yeah, my dad's 90, my mom's 86. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for saying their ages on air, but no, doing well, and and it's just been fun for me to be here. I've been here pretty much all my life. I've gone for about 10 years, but I've been back for a good long time now, and it's been cool to be able to get involved with the community and do a number of things.
Well, and your sister Kim, too.
And Kim, too, yeah.
I'm telling you guys are just so philanthropic. I love that vibe. And obviously, for those townies, the Robeson store in downtown Champaign.
Yeah, that closed in 1990 now. So we're talking how many years ago? Almost 30 years ago.
Right.
That closed. But, it's amazing how many people that I run into on a regular basis or talk and just talk about the store, talk about either grandmother shopped there, worked there, had some sort. Their parents, knew it well, and it's really kind of heartwarming to. I had very little to do with it. It closed when I was in college, but it was one of those things where when I was in high school, they gave me about every job I could find at Ropes just to keep me off the couch at home and keep me doing something. But it was we've got a lot of great feedback, and it's always great to hear.
Eric, why are you passionate about Developmental Services Center? I mean, I have my own story. As a Tree of Hope family back in 2006, we were hosting an exchange student from Germany at the time, Esther, who's now married and approaching 30 and having a baby soon. And wow, that sent me back. Sorry about that. I got this German music.
Right.
But in any case, she was very touched by Developmental Services Organization and what they were doing for my young son, Aiden, at the time. They usually choose a family who taps into the services with different therapies. I know he wasn't meeting his benchmarks when it come to, rolling over and walking and things like that. So we knew at an early age that he was going to be a little bit behind. So we had Judy Olam and so many different therapists meeting with him. We had a networking organization of parents as our kids played together in their preschool years. And when you get like this and you have a kid with some challenges, oftentimes you just stay home, because you don't want people looking at you funny. You don't want any kind of outburst in a restaurant. And it's sad. So I was so grateful to Developmental Services Center to be able to have this network of parents that we could share these experiences, and our kids would play in a different playroom and interact with each other with therapists all around to kind of steer them. And I want that teddy bear, you want that teddy bear, and all that was happening in the playroom while we were discussing things. Just so grateful and always supportive of all the Developmental Services Center stuff, especially that Tree of Hope that comes our way during the holiday season, where if you give $50, you light a light bulb on their Christmas trees that are out there off Prospect near Market View. But why are you passionate about Developmental Services Center?
I loved hearing that story, and that's kind of one of the reasons too, because as we know, there's so many great causes here in this area, and I have heard. I don't have the personal story like that with DSC as you have, but I've heard so many of those. And when we were looking to put this event on, actually, it was suggested to us, why don't you contact DSC? We knew we wanted to pair up with an organization and have this be a philanthropic endeavor, have the money go to a good cause, and someone suggested, how about DSC? And when we had contacted them, honestly, it was a lot about the people that work there, and they're on a day-to-day basis. The way they are very, very passionate about what they do for their cause, and stories just like you told there, and then incredible to work with. It's just, and when we said, here's this cockamamie idea, how about we throw a big party downtown, and it'll go middle of the afternoon until the middle of the night. Yeah, and here's the Pocahontas. This is this band that we want to bring in and everything like that. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I mean, and they were just game to do it from the beginning. But it's part of that. Not just, hey, this is going to be raising money for a great cause. It's also, this is going to involve a whole lot of the community.
Right.
This is more of a community event, and that people are going to come in and just enjoy themselves. And you might have to remind them it's a fundraiser, more so than it being, you being beaten over the head with it.
That's right.
And so it's just one of those things that it does give the organization a lot of exposure, and the organization's kind of doing this big fun thing for people, and hey, they may raise a couple of bucks along the way.
There you go. Yeah. DSC-Illinois.com, I believe, is the website. And of course, these days you can just Google Developmental Services Center and find out more information. But one thing that you'll find there is they're doing a raffle in addition to the Oktoberfest party on Saturday the 5th from 3 p.m. to midnight in downtown Champaign in front of the Orpheum Children's Science Museum. Rain or shine with that tent. And will the giveaway happen there?
Yeah.
And it's $4,500 or a trip to Munich in 2020?
Yeah, that's the idea. A trip to the 2020 Oktoberfest, the big one in Munich. And we're going to be selling raffle tickets for that. It's one ticket for $5, five tickets for $20.
Okay.
And we're going to be drawing it that night. We're selling them right now. You can go to the DSC website and get them online, or we're selling them the night of the event. And then as the night we have these breaks between bands, I
I think it is in the last break between the Pocaholics and Bulls and Beer Band that we're actually we do a Stein holding contest at this time. And so while we're setting up for our big Stein holding contest, we're going to be drawing for this prize next year. Yeah, and it's a trip to Munich, or you can take the cash if you want the $4,500 as an option. But like I said, it's a everybody knows it's a fun party over in Munich over there. So but it's going to be really cool, and we'll be drawing that night. You need not be present to win, though. So if you want to go ahead and pick up a ticket for that, or multiple,
exactly.
You don't have to be there, and we'll get a hold of you.
And you can send somebody over if you're thinking, oh man, I want to get in on that, and maybe collect at the office, and then head over to their office off Bradley over by Kraft near Mattis. Developmental Services Center has this big giveaway on Saturday night also. All right, it's a $10 entry fee.
Only $5.
Oh.
Just bring, if you have a friend, bring a friend, and it's $10.
There you go.
Yeah. It's $5 entry fee to get in. And what you want to, we do cash only at the entrance, and it just to keep things moving and going. Right. And often you have the credit cards, and it kind of bogs down the line a little bit. So it just helps to have cash when you come in. If you find yourself standing there like, oh my goodness, I forgot about that. There are ATMs really, really nearby.
Okay, very good.
Once you get in the door, though, there is also we do take credit cards for tickets, and we do tickets for beer and food and things like that.
And the raffle too. Is that okay to swipe on that? Okay, good. So let's talk about the beer and the food. We haven't hit that yet.
Haven't hit the beer and the food yet. So if you liked all of the brewers that were there last year, we've got most of the local brewers that are there.
Triptych,
Riggs, right? Triptych, Distill, Blind Pig.
Okay.
Okay, let me go down. Let me go down the list. Okay. We got. See, when you start listing things, you get issues. So we have Riggs, Distill, Triptych, Blind Pig, JT Walker's, and then we also have the distributors that bring out the German beers. If you like the traditional ones you get in Germany, we have those as well. Those will all be there. And then we have great food from Distill. Distill does the food as well.
Like the pretzels.
The big, huge pretzels. Sausages, things like that. And then Chester's Barbecue comes out with a food truck, and he does some very interesting twists on German food, adding to his regular menu. So, it's great.
Well, let me kick in the music again. Is my friend Andy Warfel, Unity grad from...
yes, Unity grad Andy Warfel will be back from Portland.
Very good.
He goes by DJ Jet Rock when he does these things. So DJ Jet Rock. Okay, so by the way, just to give you kind of an idea, is you come in at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is when we start out. 3:30, we're going to have a polka lesson. So if you want to learn how to dance to this type of music that you'll be hearing all night long, you can do it. And David Lynn from over at Regent Ballroom will be with us. Laura Chiaramonte, a good friend who does some dance as well. And so you can have a dance lesson. Then we tap the inaugural keg at 3:50 with Mayor Deb Finan. And then we get the band started at 4 o'clock, and we go on from there.
Nice.
Great kids' activities from 3 to 6.
Like
so we'll have
inflatables
and that type of thing.
Okay, very good.
And we're going to do a wristband. You can just like a one-time price, and then just have a free-for-all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you got it down, Eric Robeson.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I've been to this party before. I played close attention to what was happening. So, no, it's a fun day.
Event planning is a big beast, and I think you are riding that beast, and it should be a great time. If you want to text in OCT for October to 359-2255, we could hook you up with some pretzels and beer coupons and things like that, since Stevie J Broadcasting is one of the sponsors. So, and by the way, thanks for bringing that by in the little koozies and things like that.
A lot of fun things.
I love it.
When you have a fun event like this, you have to do fun things that are a part of it. So thank you for your sponsorship and all the support here at the station. And let's have a good party on Saturday.
Exactly. Again, OCT to 359-2255, only $5 to get in. Should be a great night. Eric, all the best with everything that's happening. And again, dsc-illinois.com for details too. We are ESPN 93.5.
Join Addie's Bar and Grill every Friday night through the summer for live music and local bands, featuring groups including Champagne Freight, Dave and Brittany, Sapphire, and Dean Rich. This great summer lineup of musicians gets underway on Friday, June 7th, and continues every Friday night through the end of September. Relax at Addie's with great food, great drinks, and a great atmosphere with live music. And be sure to catch Trivia Night once a month at Addie's too. Addie's Bar and Grill, 2600 South Stone Creek Boulevard in Urbana.
You know what I don't like is paying so much money on a cell bill, and guess what? I don't do that anymore, thanks to Andy at Premier Sound.
How you doing, Lon?
Good.
Every single day we see people come into the store with these $200, $300, $400 phone bills.
I had them.
It's crazy. Exactly. And so did I. I used to spend $150, $200 a month on a phone bill. Boost Mobile. Unlimited everything. Unlimited talk, unlimited text. We start off with 12 gigs of hotspot on all of our plans. $50 a month. We even have a $35 a month plan. You're not going to quite get unlimited everything on that. But for $50 a month, one person, we could go to two people for $80, unlimited everything. We could do 3 for $100. We could do 4 people for $100.
My goodness.
We could even do 5 people for $130 a month.
Family.
A month. No crazy taxes, no anything. You've got to check out Boost Mobile. I mean it. It's the coolest deal on the planet. No contract, no credit check. We could switch you and we'll give you free phones. Yeah, you got to come see us. Free phones. Just switch to us and we'll give you free phones.
Premier Sound.
Come see me. Corner of Prospect and Bradley in Champaign.
ESPN 93.5. Jeremy Werner's show starts at 9, and he's joining me in studio here. And we'll start with the first NL Central title since 2015. The Cardinals win 9-0 over the Cubs yesterday. Your reaction, Jeremy?
They made you sweat a little bit, but they end up getting this thing. The Brewers kept winning until the very end of this thing, but the Cardinals win the game they absolutely need to, and they get that division. It's much better to go into a 5-game series against the Braves than to go 1 against maybe the best pitcher in baseball, Max Scherzer. So congratulations to the Cardinals. I know they're feeling good after the Cubs are sitting at home getting a new manager, and they kind of get back to the top of the heap here in the NL Central.
What was your reaction when you heard Joe Madden is going to be let go? I mean, I think we all assumed that would happen.
Yeah, no surprise, and I think there is something to be said about, hey, needing a new voice at this point. When you've underachieved the last couple of years, and according to their high standards, as much as Joe Madden is a Hall of Fame coach, and the next guy's got some big shoes to fill because he's really, really good, and he'll land somewhere and make a lot of money. But now the pressure's on Theo Epstein to kind of correct this, and it's not Joe Madden wasn't the problem here. It is a organizational failure this year, and they need to fix some farm system things. They need to fix some scouting things, and that's all on Theo Epstein now. He's got to add some more pieces to that puzzle.
Well, and some people say because there was the shift in the office at the Boston Red Sox that maybe he's going to be scooting out.
He said he kind of tamped that down a little bit, but I do think Theo's kind of at the end of his run here with the Cubs. I think he's probably got a couple more years left. So these are some big moves for him. I don't think he wants to leave the Cubs like on a downturn where they're not making the playoffs. I think he wants to get one more World Series or one more great playoff run before he moves on to whatever else he wants to move on to.
Your Chicago White Sox end on a high note, beating Detroit 5-3. So that's something.
Well, we were better. Yeah, it is something. No, there's a lot of really good individual stories this year. Tim Anderson, Yoel Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, Lucas Giolito might have been the best story in Chicago baseball this year with how he turned it around. So they have a core pieces now. Now they got to go out and add around it. It's kind of like the Cubs when they went and got John Lester. They need to have those kind of big moves this offseason. But first time in, 3 or 4 years, we haven't lost 90-plus games. So that's one check off. So I think next year they're going to be pretty competitive.
Okay, on to the NFL. And I know you guys are hitting this and probably have some terrific guests coming up. Of course, we had a bye week with the Illini, but they're going to be facing Minnesota. And I know Minnesota ended up beating Purdue.
Big win against Purdue. They had a huge lead in that one. Purdue scored a couple touchdowns in the fourth quarter to make it more interesting. Purdue's really beat up. But Minnesota can throw the ball. Yeah. They don't run the ball very good, and they're not a great defense. I think Illinois have opportunities, but that's a tough offense, especially in the pass game.
Okay, and I said on to the NFL, and then I redirected, as I typically do. The Bears win, and huge. Mitchell Trubisky with the shoulder injury.
Yeah, and I think it's Sports Radio Gold is the backup better than the starter.
Exactly.
Listen, Mitch Trubisky is much more talented than Chase Daniel, but Chase Daniel was making better throws.
Yes.
Now, can he do it in another week when a defense is prepared for him? He did this last year when Mitch had a shoulder injury. He came in, had a big game. Next game, really struggled against the Giants, and they lost. So I still think Mitch is their ceiling here. but that offense looked better under Chase. He was making better decisions. And as long as that defense is the best in the NFL, they don't need Chase Daniel or Mitch Trubisky to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. They just need him to be an efficient one who doesn't make big mistakes, and Chase Daniel definitely did that yesterday.
Well, happy to see no interceptions from Chase, and 22 of 31 for 195 yards. Not bad.
The former Mizzou guy is pretty good. He's made a lot of money in the NFL as a backup quarterback.
Very good. And again, I know up in the Windy City, they're having a ball with this today. Illinois volleyball split. I know we lost to Nebraska on Friday night. Nebraska number 3 in the nation. We're number 20, but we came out strong against Iowa.
I thought they showed they can beat anybody. They just didn't close it out. I mean, Nebraska's really, really good, and Illinois still, they got a little sloppy in the 4th and 5th, and it feels like a team that's got a lot of new pieces that just kind of hits these marks of inconsistency. They're really talented, though, so they're only, I think, 6-5 at this point, but they're really talented, and they can beat some good teams. It's just they have to sharpen some things up. But Chris Thomas should have them back in the NCAA tournament at some point, but I don't think we're expecting the Final Four again, but they have the talent to make a nice run again.
All righty. Well, that about does it. I know. I hope I didn't, ruin anything for your show.
No, you're good. No, we got Jay Lehman coming in at 10. We're going to talk with Michael Cerami. He's great on the Cubs, so we'll talk about what's next for them, not only with manager, but a huge offseason for Theo Epstein.
And you got a great special coming your way, too. Thank you, Jeremy. I'll let you get your notes together. At 10:30, you'll be texting in during Jeremy Werner Show, and it's 359-2255, so you can get a $50 gift card from Blossom Basket Florist. So you'll text in the word Blossom in order to try to get this $50 gift card. 359-2255. Blossom Basket Florist in the spotlight at 10:30 today. Earlier today, we had folks texting in the word money to 359-2255. A $100 bill from Stevie J to open up this new account at Prospect Bank, as new customers do that within 7 days, and then fill out a survey to let us know what you think. Really good stuff here on ESPN 93.5, and we've got your weather forecast to get to next.
Wow, we finally made it to this corporate convention.
Where are we?
What do you mean?
I have no idea where the exhibition hall is, the speaker stage, workshop areas, or where they're serving our box lunches. There are literally no direction signs at all.
Wow, corporate needs to do what we did at our branch. Go to Minuteman Press. They would get that signage done quickly, and it would be inexpensive.
Hey, we beat corporate at something.
Minuteman Press. Give them a try. If you own a business or you're hosting an event, head to their website, cuprinting.com, for more information.
Our forecast is brought to you by Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. They're over at Neal and I-74 in Champaign. High quality, low prices, and the best customer service around. If you're looking to renovate or, upgrade, Maytag, Electrolux, Bosch, Frigidaire, GE, Whirlpool. We're talking low prices and a great selection, and they treat you like royalty. They've got that free 10-year protection plan. Wow! They're, again, located near I-74 and Neal Street. It's appliance-world.com for details. Well, as far as the conditions today and tomorrow, very similar with a high near 90 expected. Down to around 70 in the evening with partly cloudy conditions. The chance of rain comes our way late. And then we've got another chance of rain up to 40% on Wednesday's forecast with a high 84 expected. As we're back to work on Thursday and Friday, high 67, high 63. So we're starting to get a little bit cooler as we progress into the week. Again, Jeremy, thank you so much for stepping in. Austin Berkland by his side. And you can always podcast these conversations at ESPNCU.com. Stevie J joining me from Europe at the beginning of this show with 34 people tapping into that experience over in Germany with Stevie J Travel, keeping you informed on that. Well, I'm Diane Ducey. Enjoy your day, and thanks for listening to ESPN 93.5.
You're all about helping others, Gary. Come on, man.
Well, I don't know. It just makes me feel good.
What did you love about policing?
Well, I just loved interacting with the public and, meeting all the great people out there in the community. And we're working with all the fine officers I worked with. It was great.
Well, Gary Eaton, I'm proud to award you a free roof for your home here in Champaign from Freedom Roofing and Kurt Kaiser. Congratulations. You deserve it, my friend.
Wow. Well, thank you very much.
Another week, another great and successful grill and chill with Ben from the U of I Meat Sales Room. I mean, he made us ribeye sandwiches. Well, next up, how do you top that? Well, Ben's going to get you ready for the Michigan game, and he's going to cook bacon cheeseburgers. Did I say bacon? Yes, bacon cheeseburgers, and you're going to be able to join us. You want to come by our station, 2702 Boulder Drive in Urbana, on Monday, October 7th, to get some tasty burgers and even buy a few for your tailgate. It's Grillin' and Chillin' with the U of I Meat Sales Room every Monday on the Drive.
Hey, this is Kirk Herbstreit. Welcome back to this great college football rivalry. Earlier today, we mic'd up the huddle, and here's what we heard.
Woo! Yeah, baby! You know what time it is?
What time is it?
Grill time!
What time is it?
Grill time!
Woo!
They ain't ready for this home gate. When I say smoke, you say sausage. Smoke!
Sausage!
Smoke!
Sausage!
Hands in. Eckridge on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Eckridge!
Woo! Fire up that grill!
That is one intense home gate. Eckridge, you do you.
I'm a lawn guy and proud of it. Pro tip, watch the fall leaves. When that first bad boy drops, boom, get feeding and seeding with Scott's. Lay down Scott's Turf Builder today, and come spring, your lawn will be so thick, green, and strong, neighbors like Steve over there will be mad green with envy.
Hey, sweet lawn, Stevie.
Steve.
Don't be a Steve. Be a lawn guy. Pick up a bag of Scott's Turf Builder today. This is a Scott's Yard.
Chef Thad Morrow talks about the newest restaurant in Champaign-Urbana. It's Naya Restaurant, located at 212 East Green Street.
Yeah, I think it's perfect for a date night. You can, come to, campus town. You can stroll around. It's actually fantastic to see all the activity on campus. Come in, sit at the bar, have a glass of rosé, or a cocktail. And then sit at the table and, have a little dinner.
Dinner and drinks are waiting for you at the new Naya Restaurant, 212 East Green Street, Champaign, in the heart of Campus Town.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Good Monday morning. Welcome into the Jeremy Werner Show. And boy, we got a lot to chat about today. Noah